Hey guys, it's me, Razy, and I'm coming to you from the back room. I'm sitting out here looking out the back window, listening to the wind dance within the willows, for there's 7 of them that stand here behind me. And I'm thinking about everything that I've been through already this morning. Coming back from a TBI, and let me tell you, sometimes it makes me feel like I'm about to lose my mind. Or did I? Either way, either or. This is how it goes. The sun is shining, and the snowflakes are falling, and they're dancing around with the sun. The flowers that are within the trees, it helps me relax. It makes me remember that all the things that I was fussing and bussing about doesn't seem to even matter. I didn't understand shores again this morning, waking up where my day is all new. And I realized the same thing, like muscle memory of conversations of how do you want someone to respond. That's what happened this morning. My responding was where I was trying to fish for the same thing, to pull out that old tangle. But I didn't want to. I was like, either way, either or. I'm not tangled up in that no more. I'm having the willingness to be able to let go. And that's something else that I learned. Gotta have that will. Gotta be able to allow it to nest upon your beautiful mountain. Did I forget to say that? Oh my gosh, let me not lie. You're all so beautiful. You got beautiful stained glass windows to be able to make... Well, sometimes they make us cry, don't it? Like oceans of tears, salty tears. But when you ever stand at the ocean, sometimes we feel so small. Then sometimes we feel so sad. Then sometimes we feel so, yeah, you know what I mean. And then there's sometimes that we feel like, wow, how many things out there? What is in there? How many things from long time ago? Our imagination expands like the ocean. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. When you start to think about yourself being your own mountain, you start to see yourself beautiful. You start to see others beautiful. Because that's who we are. That's how it is. We start to realize like, oh my gosh, I have ups and I have downs and I have in-betweens and I have round and rounds. And there's moments that I feel like I'm standing on my molehill. And because how do I know I'm standing on my molehill? Because somebody else tells me. I've been through more than that. And then I feel like, oh my gosh. But then I started to realize, it's not what they're saying about themselves. It's me, a reflection of what I needed to hear within my own ear wells to be able to get me off my molehill. Which I got a nice one going on, I'm in my lane. So I had to be able to realize that, wow, when someone else is on their molehill, do I recognize I? And what did I want somebody to do for me when I was in that place? So that's where even my own bitterness, come on, let me fight it, you know what I'm saying, that right there, I also had to learn to let go of that. But how did I do that? I have to be willing. And with my day starting over every day, I'm learning how strong I am. Because I'm always willing to be able to give that space, to be able to give that grace, to be able to give that understanding, even when my own understanding was like from here to that, from here to that, from here to that, really. But reality, I feel like we're all there. There's a beautiful pigeon sitting out there on the fence. They are the most beautiful birds, are they not? So either way, either or. I bet she was wanting to come over here to eat, but she could hear my voice. See, that's how it is for me. To be able to stop and forget about... I wish it was easy for everyone. Sometimes that's where I say the TBI saved my life, because it gave me a whole new view. A whole new view of you, a whole new view of I, a whole new understanding about life, being able to see the beauty within it, even when I feel like I'm standing in a storm. I guess that's where the calmness comes. I'm not sure. But all I know is I'm sure that I don't want to respond the same way, because that always creates the same wave. You know what I'm saying, dude? You know, like that the same wave, like just come through, you know, and it's the same way. And I don't want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do it a different way, you know? That's what I want to be able to do. I love accents. I love all of you. So just think about it. That's why I have so many different ones, because you know why? Just knowing how beautiful all of you are. And all of us, and I like learning them, because then when I'm speaking and then you got somebody that says something and they're in a foul mood, how do you change it? It's not that I have, different personalities, because I've been checked for that. I don't even know my own. No. The reality is I learned to use my words to be able to control situations of all the things that I've been through. And there's been many. And I actually had a beautiful soul shiner friend from Cali ask me one of my stories if they were true. Because a friend of mine, a truck driver friend of mine, said, I don't believe some of these stories, and I think it's because of her TBI. Can you please check on this and see, fish around, see if she's telling a lie. See, because I'm worried about her. Well, the other day, I felt that, and I got fired up with inside my well. I felt like myself got offensive. And then I had to realize somebody else was concerned. How would I see it from the outside? So I eased the pain. I gave the knowledge. I gave the seed. And then they were able to check behind, because they wanted to be able to go to my family, to be able to speak, instead of listening to my own voice that took me so long to be able to recognize, to be able to move forward, to be able to have the strength, the knowledge, and the heart, the fire, to be able to move my mountain, to be able to speak, to be able to have that knowledge, to be able to say my story without fear. Here was men checking behind, women checking behind. We're here to support one another, not to check down a checklist to see if we fit within each other's daily whatever, you know? It amazes me. It amazes me. We have a guideline and a checkline, which I do understand. But what I don't understand is, well, either way, either or, it's just the man's way, the earth way, the knowledge of how things are supposed to work, right? So I had to learn a whole new way coming back with a TBI. Learning how I was, learning how they were, learning how you were, learning what is right, learning this word means this word means that, but it means this to this person, and it means this to this person. Well, how do I make it fit for myself? I even have friends that complain about friends that use words or material things to support what they are. I use that I am a mountain. I use that you are your own mountain. That you got that strength, you got that knowledge, you got that heart, you got that seed of faith, you got that fire. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your in-betweens, you're going to have your round and rounds. Because that's who we are. That's who we are. You have to acknowledge that you are your own mountain. And you're going to have your own sands of times, of understandings where somebody else may not. And that's what I've learned. But I had to relearn, and this is what I'm learning. Words mean things to different folks. They judge it by, people are not judging each other. I want you guys to know that. That's what's the words my friends always say? Always say, false news. We are not judging one another. You want to know what we're judging? Are you ready? We are not judging one another. Ready? Are you ready? We are judging one another's knowledge of what our words represent within our own mountain. Do you see that? Do you understand that? We are not judging one another, because when we look at the videos of compassion, and we look at the videos that bring the warmth, the fires within our heart, within within us, that gives us that warm feeling of love, compassion, that love, that heart, that fire. So when we learn to listen to it and be able to have the strength to use it, but we don't. We battle against the Ramses of the words, of the understandings of this means this, and this means that, and this means this, and this means that. That's what I'm learning. We battle against each other's words. How also do I recognize this? Last Sunday, the Sunday that just passed, when Santiago left, we were raking over words to find the little pieces of coal to start a fire, when we were saying, what are we doing? Do you feel like this? No. Do I feel like this? No. Do you hear my words? Are you feeling in the sands of what you understand? Are you hearing me? Are you only hearing what you... Do you see? So that's what I realize. None of us is fighting over each other. We're fighting over our words, of our knowledge of what the words represent, what they be to us, like the sands underneath our feet. So either way, either or, you got to be able to love your shores. It is so beautiful out there. I am going to flip the phone around so you guys can see. This is what I am looking at. I don't know if you guys could see that. So the willow trees and the snow, and oh my gosh. So I just want to be able to say we're watching the snowflakes as I talk to all of you. Spooks and I. Oh, Spooks. That's what we're doing. He don't understand what they are, so he'll lay back and he'll try to catch them, and it is so beautiful. Ain't that right? That is right, huh? That you do. Come on. That's what he does. And it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So guys, thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts, my moments here. Usually I do moments with Razy on Facebook, but I wanted to do this over here. So this is how I relearn everything in a story. This is how life is for me. Every day waking up, a new day, new understandings, and then I try to hold on to them. I write them down. I make videos. That's how I learned back my daughters after dying 7 times, being in a coma, having a stroke, was completely paralyzed. They used to feed me and change my diaper and lift me with a Hoyer lift. After battling all that and coming back from that, here I stand with a TBI, only 1 year, 11 months, 4 weeks, and so many days. But as I relearn, I share it. And so that way, even myself can go back. Even myself can go back and watch. So that way, I will remember it. Because sometimes people will say, I learned this from you. And I like, who? Who? You. And then I realize, that's how we do. We store our memories and our thoughts, and we store it upon other people's books. That's what we also are. We're living, walking books. We write upon each other's pages with a smile, with a hey, with this. I don't care what anybody say. It's all of that. We're all so beautiful. So just remember that. If there's one thing that you take from me right here, you are beautiful. You got beautiful stained glass windows. You got beautiful ear wells to be able to make you well. And if you realize that words are what's going to heal us. Sticks and stones may break our bones, but our words are going to be what heals us. And when you realize that you are your own mountains, just see yourself that way. If you can just sit and picture that you are your own beautiful mountain. You have that strength, the knowledge, the heart, the fire, the secret garden. You're going to have your ups just like everybody else. You're going to have your downs. You're going to have your round and rounds. You're going to have moments that you feel less. You're going to have moments that you feel your best. Do you see what I'm saying? Take your words, flip them over, realize that you're not alone, you're beautiful, and never give up. It took me, I never had the surgery to lose weight, so that's always somebody's question to me. I was blessed with food allergies. At first, I said it was a curse. I'm allergic to fish, shellfish, peanuts, tree nuts, wheat, corn, soy, all dry beans, all meat, except for chicken and turkey. It limits my food, but I had to learn to deal with what I had. And that right there is a blessing for me. And I worked my tail off. And yes, I have multiple sclerosis. So with that, I have to remember that as well. So I put Post-it notes everywhere. If you don't believe me, I'll show you right here. So walk with me. So here's my moments we're gonna creep through. Yeah, I live up here. So here's all my Post-it notes on my things to help me, remind me. I have them everywhere. This is my life. This is what I do. I sit here and I make videos so I'll remember. But I usually do them on Moments with Racy. But I said I was going to start doing them over here. So if there's anything that you take from me, I just want you to be able to say, you are beautiful. That's right. Beautiful. Yeah, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, and you're going to have your rounds and rounds. But the one thing that I know, dude, for sure, dude, you're beautiful. Dudette, you're beautiful. No matter what. No matter what. Recognize that. Own that. Believe that. And if you, just know that, too, for sure. All right? Peace out, guys.